Well, the city of LA has been broke for a while. They're actually the state of California too. And we know because people are, well, they want you to do film permitting.
Yeah, there are lots of film permits for everything you can think of. And the people that the low budget independents can't do the film permits because they have too many rules and other stuff.
And they block you in, for example, like over in my neighborhood, when they want to do filming here, they send out a notice and it tells you, we're going to do filming in this area on this day. So they have to pick that all out ahead of time.
Yeah, and you gotta have a police permit, you got a fire permit, but
security.
But we saw,
and you don't know what the weather's going to be like because unlike past years, it is not always sunny in Southern California.
Yeah, but at the same time, we saw the two photographers, two females.
This was out on the beach where
they were getting ready to do, completely take off the outfit and take pictures, and then they had a guy standing behind them that was watching everything that was going on, so he could tell them if the police were coming, so they could split. But at that very day, they picked up 12 people for filming on the beach without film permits.
Yep. And there were different groups. It wasn't all one group.
No, it wasn't all one group because you can't film over. There are all kinds of places you can't film anymore. You can't film at Venice Canal anymore because you can't film on the beaches.
A lot of times they do it discreetly. That's why they call it guerrilla filming.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're coming out there with the sound guy.
The sound we saw at the same time that other people were getting in trouble. We saw some young filmmakers with this little, everybody, they figure tourists can have $3,000–4,000 cameras today. So he's just walking down the beach, shooting the people in front of him, and nobody's paying attention to that because there's no sound people with them.
Yep.
It's the sound guys that give you away.
It really is.
Yeah. Then you're doing something. But that's how it was done. But we also, I come from an era too when why this is normal to me, because in the beginning of the television industry, we had to do everything. We were the sound men, we were the special effects people, we were the on-air talent, we were the camera people, we did the editing. So internet is nothing more to me than what it was in the 1950s.
Well, actually, news is going to that because one of the things at NAB this year, the National Association of Broadcasting, is the focus is on the one-man band.
The one-man band.
And I've seen so many times where people are like, well, I don't have my cameraman and this and that and whatever have you, but it's like that's the focus.
Yep.
Because news is where, well, you don't always have all the people. That's the biggest challenge. They don't have enough personnel.
You don't have enough personnel. You can't, because we've got two other on-air personality now. Two besides the two of us. And you tend to see a lot of them at times. You might not realize it, but you do see two other people on camera.
Sometimes three.
Huh?
Three.
Three? Oh, there are three.
Yeah.
Okay, there are three. So I absolutely, actually you probably, they are right.
Oh yeah, and they're trying to remind us of some other ones.
Yeah, okay, no, but we do have, it's just not us there all the time, because if you look closely, you'll see interviews being done by other people.
Yeah.
So there are more, but we don't have enough because, this is what, the same thing we'll say at CES or NAB, or at SEMA, one of the other things. How many people do you have working for you? And we'll say too many and not enough. Pure and simple, because you can't afford, because this is not a business that makes money.
Well, and then also because you've got the big news, and you've got citizen journalism, and you have us in between.
Yep.
So in between, people are doing, satellite trucks. There's video streaming.
Well, but,
so you're catching news from all the different sources.
But we can do the satellite stuff. We actually we talked to people about it. We're talking satellite equipment in something that briefcase.
It looks like a little briefcase.
It looks like a little briefcase. You can do satellite broadcasting. You can do.
But also, if you're doing satellite broadcasting, you do need a broadcaster's license for that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that without a permit. So.
But you can do internet video streaming without a broadcasting license.
That's right, and that is where. That's where you should be doing. You should be making money off of that in journalism today. But the problem is that nobody but us knows how to make money off of it, because we truly know the secret to the internet, because we can tell you exactly Because I sat there, I mean, if my hair wasn't blonde, it would be totally white from going over the figures. I mean, I'll sit there and manipulate the figures because I'll stick something in a place. If we're going down, I'll deliberately stick something in that I know that will get attention, because then it draws attention to the things up front. But we know what the internet is. The internet's a library, folks. No matter what you want to think, it is a library.
It's a huge reference library.
It is the biggest library in the history of the world. It makes the Library of Alexandria pale in comparison to it. It makes the Library of Congress small compared to the internet.
And it's all available at your fingertips.
24 hours a day at no cost to you.
And that's the cool part about it.
That's right. That's the future of journalism, where you can sit there and be more casual. Actually, I do know a woman that used to make, I love it, when she was in college, she used to take her clothes off all the time, and she got a degree in journalism, a master's degree, and because she used to taking the clothes off in film just in order to get a journalism thing, but she, in a station that she went to work for, they tried to do something new, casual news, the weathermen, shorts and t-shirt and sandals, and she would wear, a tight top and short shorts, and this is how they did the news. It tanked 30 years ago, horribly.
Really?
Oh God, I mean, people threw fits. This is not how you do things traditionally.
Well, and part of it is sometimes the news on the internet, I mean, sometimes it is more like tabloid journalism.
But it can be darn good journalism.
But yeah.
We get things, okay, we are able to get out on the air faster than the networks and the local TV stations because of the internet.
Yep.
And then they'll grab stuff from us. I mean, for instance, we had the Michael Jackson stuff out from TMZ before the networks and the newspapers all had it out because we picked it up. But we had the thing on Google taking over YouTube out before anybody else had it because.
Boy, that sounds like ancient news.
Yeah, no, but it's what the internet can do.
It is. It can respond a lot faster because here's the challenge. Because, for example, if you have a news broadcast that's set at a specific time, you got to get the news in on time to meet the broadcast.
Yeah.
And if it's a newspaper, you got to get it in on time to meet the printing.
That's right. And
so between
and they don't do special editions of newspapers anymore because it costs prohibitive. And they don't like to break into broadcast television or radio even because it disrupts the pay scale. They have to do if you bounce somebody's commercial, you have to do a make good. And if it happened to be in prime time, that make good, say, well, I want 3 spots to make up for what you people did, which means you lose money. So they don't do it if they can avoid it.
Because that's what, like on the local news, you're used to having a specific format when you're watching the local news where, unless it's, the highlights first, and then it goes into some local news, and then, what else? Then usually, let's see, the weather is last. Yeah. Is almost last.
That weather and sports.
And sports.
Yeah. But the news coverage, what happens with a lot of news coverage too, everything is designed to be like 30, they figure
like
little snippets.
Almost like a commercial.
It's like a commercial because they figure that's the length of span. And if
that's
something, breaking news comes in that breaks their
plan.
It breaks their rhythm, they're basically almost at a loss to do an emergency today. Whereas everything about us is on as it comes in. We try it. We have a ticker. We put things up. We do this. We talk. We do everything you can do because we have the capabilities of going broadcasting live now. Our equipment is designed. We are set up for streaming video. We can go live at any moment that we did so desire now. It takes us just a couple of minutes to turn the computer on, and that's it. There's no problem because that's our difference. So journalism is changing in, the old way. Journalism is dead as far as networks, the cable. That's gone. Those days, those people don't do journalism anymore. Current TV is not journalism. Current TV is ranting and raving. We rant and rave, but we also do lots of fun things too.
Well, but we also do. I mean, in the midst of, it's kind of like when you're watching the newscast.